Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. What is up, team? Options Grower, first one in the chat. What is up, everyone? Let me know what you're watching, what's going on, how you're feeling. We are up, guys. We are green. A lot of green on my screen this morning. Quick look through here. Let me make the screen bigger for you guys. QQQ up almost 2%. SPY almost up 2%. 1.78, 1.84. Let's go. Let's go. It's good morning. NQ is up 2.3%. How about that? Yeah, here we go. We are testing the high of the exact open of futures last night right here at the moment, and ES coming into this 5,500 area. It is kind of an interesting spot. If I throw this up real fast, there's the high from last night. Do we double top here? Maybe. I don't know. Yes, that's kind of where we're at. I am watching. We do have a bullish outside day open, obviously. Which, what does that mean? That means previous day high. Way down here. We're gonna have a big gap. The gap probably not going to have good odds to fill, but the way VIX is, the way things are, who knows? Crazier things have happened. Let me know what you guys are watching. What do we got? 3 minutes till the open. We do have to watch some things this week. I'm watching this right here, 5,500 and this 250. I kind of want to short. Sorry. Yeah, I kind of want to short right here, right now. But I hate taking trades right into the open. All right, there's that new high. Boy, I want to get in the short right now. Maybe too late here. All right, let's see what we're working with as we open here in 45 seconds. Ding, ding, ding. All right, let's see if the short plays out. Let's see what happens to this 250. I do want to put a level on my chart up there for the visual. Right there. Do you think we pull back? ES getting pulled back much harder here. Yeah, I took a short on NQ on that pop right there. Looking for something like this. I feel like there's going to be some profit taking here at the open. We'll see what happens. I just heard a trim go off. Yeah, I just got a couple trims at 200. Come on. Come on. Let's get a good day. Let's start off with a good day. I don't like taking trades this early, but I had to. The way that looked, I had to. Ooh, they halted Weeble already. What's up, Spotter Kid? Buenos dias, primo. Where's the chat at? Y'all sleeping in this morning? I'm short already. Really short. Early short for me today. What is up, Paul? From Denver, Colorado. Good to see you in the chat this. All right, that's 75-point gain. I just took off half. Oh, let's go, Spider Kid. You got the short up there too? I'm looking at 153. I have this level drawn at 152 from the other day. We'll see what happens there. There it is, 100 points. 100 points, I'm out, 2/3 of my position. Let's go. Let's start the day off with a bang. Oh, my Lanta. Next target's about to hit here, 110. 110 in Q is last target. Come on, come on, come on. There it is. Boom! 110. That's the last target. I'm down to runner size only. Oh! Boom! Oh, this was target right here. Now, this is my next area, but look, guys, runners only. Trail it down. We'll see what happens. Ooh, Broadcom went green to red as well. Well, now what do we do? Nothing. We wait. You're looking to get long. This or this. Nice bounce. What was that? 140 points. Right there, 136 basically is what I got. Options grow or making money and going to work. I like it. I love it. Well, what's up, chat? What are we doing? Are we printing right now? Just me and Spider Kid, options grower, took his little piece of the pie, walked away. That was the last 70. Watch 70. I'm up almost 200 points here. All right. Couple of runners. There we go. Now what do I do? Oh my. We're about to get into this gap. I ran out of bullets. I can't even trim anymore. I'm up 250 points. Topher, is that good or bad? What are we enjoying? Are we because I'm on the short side here. Is he gonna pump us? You think, or is he gonna put us straight back down? Down. Yeah, I hear you. I don't know what to do here, guys. I'm watching QQQ and SPY trying to get into the overnight gap. That's basically where they bounced so far. Yeah, I need to move my stop down. Or I don't know where I want to put it. Probably over this 107, 110. Yeah, I think that actually. Chad, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I could see wanting to play the bounce. All right, well, let's sit around and drink some coffee, wait for the next setup, and see what happens. I don't know, team. I'll go over some other stuff here in a second as well. I kind of want to see this opening volatility play out a little bit. I'll go over here to QQQ. So, bullish outside days. Let's go over that real fast. So I pulled this up already. Bullish outside day. Bullish outside day. 54% of the time you reverse back down. Based on the size, it's probably not very common, but everything is outsized right now. If I go to SPY, 59% chance. So what I'm looking at here, it's not like super strong odds. What I'm looking for here is SPY and QQQ to come back test previous day's range. The previous day's high being right here. We opened up above it, coming back down to test that. If we get down here, I would look to take a long. That'll also be the gap fill essentially completed. I mean, there's two ways to look at the gap fill. You could look at this right here, which is the previous day's highs. And you could also look right where this fib level is down here. This is where we actually close the session down here. So you could look for either one of those. We did just drop how many points? 250 or something like that. I mean, I'm just gonna keep hanging out. I'm about to get stopped out on my runners, more than likely. I think this is gonna bounce back up here. I put my stop. What is this? Okay. Yeah, my stop's like right here, 125. I just have like a couple runners left. Like I don't have any size on. I don't want to put anything back on. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with I don't know what to do with my hands right now. Don't be greedy. If you made a lot of money on the short, just wait, take profit, don't add back in. That would be my advice. Said your stop was at VWAP, so that's right there. You may have got stopped out. I went originally. I was going to put my stop here, like 110, above this pivot point. Yeah, 107. I was going to go like 110. However, I saw this midpoint of the orb here, so I'll just 125-ish. That's what I'm doing. Hibernating. I like that term. When you drop 250 points right at the open, I just don't know what to do after that. So just sit around for a second. I have a feeling this is going to pop me up just with the volatility. Pop up and stop me out either way. We'll see what happens. What I don't want to do is take another trade right off the back. Wait, chat, y'all are quiet this morning. Chat is quiet this morning. Anybody get long? About to get that first half hour. I'm chilling. Absolutely chilling. I saw it 250 back test. So here, let me throw this on here. It's a beautiful morning. Couple minutes, we have orb. We'll get the rest of the stuff. Let me still within previous fixed range. A little order blocky down here. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of no man's land. High of day, 50-day moving at or 20-day moving average QQQ. All right, is this going to turn into a little bear flaggy? Just enjoying the ride, Topher. Just enjoying the ride. That's what I like to hear. Oh, there we go. Okay, wait. I don't know what was going on there. Yeah, interesting scenario here, Spider Kid. It's time to go to school. Right now, schools are out for 2 weeks for Semana Santa, like the Easter holidays. Kind of like spring break, but it's 2 weeks starting today. But we're sending them to like a I don't know, it's not a daycare. It's like a different little school. Um, we have a friend that's a teacher over there, and it's basically giving people that still work during this time somewhere to send their kids to like a going to a different school for a couple weeks. And my youngest son he's never gone, but he is going to go for the first time. He's going to go to a school slash daycare kind of deal. So actually, I may stick my head out in just a second to see his reaction. 4 years old and 2 years old. 2-year-old's gonna test the school waters today. We'll see how that goes. Could be an emotional moment probably for mommy more than anybody. I do see these bottom wicks, but I also see a possible bear flag here. Under all the EMAs, sitting at VWAP on QQQ. We just rejected VWAP on. I'm sorry, QQQ on ES. We just rejected VWAP on QQQ and SPY essentially with those. You'll see this bull IPO, by the way. What's up? I see some more people waking up. OP King, what is up, my friend? How we feeling? I shorted. For anybody just joining the stream, I did short around that 250 area, I think up here. Kind of went over this right as the market was opening. That was the high of overnight. ES was getting into that 5,500. I just liked the area. I figured on a gap up right at the open, maybe some profit taking. That played out. So at this point, I'm holding just a very small amount of runners. Honestly, I don't even have enough. I don't have enough that I even really want to trim anything. So yeah, right now, just doing nothing.
Yeah, I may stick my head out for like 2 seconds here in a minute just to send my kid off to his first, or my younger son off to his first day of school. See how it goes. If you're a father, you know how that goes. First time a kid goes to school. Actually, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna walk out there and say goodbye. Sitting in runner, so you see my oh, is that right here? My current orders, my stop I have sitting like right here, 125. Yeah, right here. And I'm just looking for previous day high on NQ 880s. I was way down, but why not? It kind of looks bear flaggy. We'll see. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go just say bye real fast. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. They're gonna stop me out. That's fine. I don't want to get stopped out. Would be looking 150s for possible re-entry. This is looking pretty decent. Yep, I got stopped. All right, well, I had a great night last night trading on a stream, and I'm having a great morning. I don't know what to do next. It's a nice looking little reversal so far. All right, what's up, team? I'm back. I'm back. I'm flat. I have more money in my account than I did before the stream started. So here we go. Let's take a look around the market real fast. Apple up 4%. What is moving here? Boeing new high of day up 3%. Tesla pushing up at pre-market high. Nice turnaround there. Google new high of day. CrowdStrike doing well. Amazon not doing very well. And Broadcom. Those are the two things kind of pulling us down a little bit. VIX or VXX. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna short this thing. This thing looks wrong. Wow, Weeble halted. There's actually been like no news this morning. Oh my God, Weeble. Oh, kind of in no man's land here. I thought about the short off that 152, and I just don't like the price action yet for a second trade. I would actually prefer for this to go up now. Yeah, I didn't take a second short here. I didn't take anything. We'll have to see what happens. Guys, we do have a lot of stuff coming up this week that I want to hit on. No gap fill, bullish bias on that because the gap's so large. We'll get this 30-minute orb stuff here. Or we have it. That's a 1% orb, isn't it? 30-minute. That's wild. We'll see what the IB stuff looks like. Opening candle. It's still forming. So even though it's bearish, still forming. Way above previous day's range. So that's bullish bias. We'll kind of go through some of the stuff. All right, guys, we do need to be aware today if you're trading. Barkin at noon, Waller at 1. The rest are after hours. Earnings worth paying attention to this week. Netflix on Thursday. Market's closed Friday, by the way, guys. In case you didn't know, market is closed on Friday for Good Friday. Netflix, dang it. That would have been a decent short right there. Taiwan Simi also, sorry, I was looking at the chart there. Taiwan Simi also on Thursday morning. ASML Wednesday. Both of these will come out like overnight. So if you do trade like Globex overnight futures, these will come out at like 11 p.m. midnight, depending what time zone you're in. Definitely keep an eye on those. ASML, I believe it's Dutch. I believe it's a Dutch company. But Taiwan Semi, obviously, that's going to come out. Actually, that probably comes out even sooner. So Just keep your eyes open on that if you trade, especially if you trade overnight, Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then Wednesday night into Thursday for semis. Netflix. Those are the big ones I'm watching as we get into tech. Obviously, we still have some big banks reporting, some other things, UAL reporting tomorrow after the close. Then we really get into it the week after that. So let's see what happens here. Well, it turns out that 150 area would have been a good short. I need it back under 70 before I can really short it again. Yes, back under VWAP right now. We're too high over VWAP. So Tesla's still strong. NVIDIA looks like it wants to come fill the gap. Meta, gap filled. Google nowhere near the gap. Look at this. Weeble is up 235%. Unbelievable. I don't know. What are you guys doing? What are you guys trading? Anybody taking anything? Longs, shorts, calls, puts? Short Apple, long Google, short NVIDIA, long Tesla. I don't know. What are we doing? I do have $67 VXX puts. Looking at some Apple puts. I would love for Apple to go to 200. What does Apple look like on the daily? Oh, yeah. Apple back to like 200, 201. 203 is their first level on Apple. For a scalp, yeah. Yeah, you're fully in the gap. And it looks like the market's cooperating. I should have taken the second short there, but I didn't want to be greedy. Yeah, I like the Apple short for a short term trade for sure. Thought that was such an overreaction. The only thing I don't like is when something is that hyped up for some reason. Like, seems like you should crush it back down. All right, this short would have played out very nicely off this 150s. Bummer, bummer. But I'm good. We'll see what happens. So OP King, one way that you can find, I mean, you can find levels, just support and resistance levels. You go to hold on. You go to like a 4 hour. Ooh, at least 4 hours is interesting. I look for highs, I look for lows, I look for gaps for previous days ranges, and then I look for like daily levels, what's happening. Oh, I don't want to put daily on this chart. Hold on. So right now, the charts are crazy to me, but yeah, previous range is always important. Gaps, big swing highs and swing lows. I like to do Fib retracements a lot. Bitcoin daily. Bitcoin short played out pretty much what I wanted it to. And close enough. I was really looking for this down here. Didn't quite get there. We are stuck at the 50 day, but we're over the 20 day. I don't know. This is an interesting chart because this played out. The back test here played out. You can take that off now. We reclaim and hold these 83s, 83.5, this area. We hold here. I still like. I think Bitcoin does probably go back up and test the 200 day here. But if you fell this area right here. What did I just move? Hold on. There we go. You fell this area right here. I think you're gonna go back to this. I really want this to happen. But this was close enough to full target on the last shorts that I was looking at from this area. I mean, I was looking for the back test. This is previous high, previous all-time high right here. So that's what I was looking for. We came what? I mean, Is this close enough for government work? 0.8% away. Yeah, close enough for government work, right? So it's tough. You are getting some upper wicks on the daily. I think we're going to continue lower, but this piece alpha, this piece is very interesting because of the risk on, risk off type of thing. With risk on, risk off on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, it is a decent barometer of risk on, risk off. The other thing I wonder is if you have a major discount on equities and you're an institution, are you not going to be buying more equities at discount if that's the scenario that presents itself rather than um, buying Bitcoin? But it is a risk asset, so it'll be interesting to watch play out. Does is gold topping this $1 million question? I think you have to fell under this low and engulf this candle, create a tweezer here. But I just don't know. The Apple short's looking pretty good still. Amazon turning back around. It's a decent sign. What's everything else doing? We did get our first. No, we didn't. We don't have our first hour just yet, but it does look close. Ooh, Netflix. Quick reminder to everyone: the market is closed on Friday, so make sure you know your expirations are Thursday on your weeklies. Yeah, this is a usually a good rule of thumb, right? Anytime you see that, you can pretty much swing and go with it, right? Like I took VXX puts that I'm swinging, so we'll see how that works out. Usually, I like to hedge my portfolio instead of like trade, but it was too good of a setup. I didn't want to buy more anything like any more calls or exposure right now. So BXX, I'm good with where I'm at. What are we doing here, guys? We moving? No. I am just hanging out here. Um, yeah, who knows what happens, guys? I'm waiting for this to resolve itself. We're about to get that first hour of the market. Um, but it's pretty obvious to see. I mean, if you look, the short played out. Now we're hanging out here. So the question is, do you hold down here, or does this turn into a bear flaggy? Goldman Sachs CEO, Goldman Sachs CEO just said he's hearing a greater sense of short-term concern from CEOs outside of the U.S. My message to people is go slow until there's more clarity. Just chilling, guys. Nothing's happened. Big move down. It's trying to bounce. Hasn't really gone anywhere. Basically held 460. Gopher, where'd you see that at? Bank of America saying the S&P down to 4,800. Yeah, where'd you see that, Topher? I believe Trump is on Yahoo Finance. Okay. I believe Trump is speaking in 30 minutes. He's greeting the El Salvador Presidente Nayib Bukele. Oh, Josh Hartnett. Interesting. I don't know. You've got a lot of stabs in the dark. You have a lot of CEOs saying just go slow, and that's. OpenAI just said that it believes they can charge $25,000 a month for doctorate level AI. It's coming out of the information if you want to check the full article. All right, well, we got our first hour. Let's see what that looks like. High form first, low form second. We're hanging out right in the middle, literally in the middle of that first hour's range. Yeah, absolutely in the middle. Hmm. I just don't really have anything here to short off of. There's a short spot right here again, but higher lows. I probably would take this short if it wasn't for these like higher lows all morning into this. I would rather need that structure to break. I'm sitting I'm sitting on hands right now, guys. I don't want to deal with this possible these higher lows. This could push higher. This looks very constructive to go test the highs again. But if you are going to make another lower high, I mean, this definitely could turn into a bear flag. But this looks more constructive, especially this candle here in the 15-minute. Yeah, I'm not taking a short. I can't do it right here. I don't like the risk reward. You could short with a tight stop, maybe. Like over this high, like 180. You're like a 30 risk, but it's a tough call. If I had to take something here, I would take a short. I would not be longing right here in the middle of the day. I'm being very patient right here is what I'm doing. Not being in trade is just as important as taking winning trades. That's a big piece. That data that we did get, opening candle continuation, this is on SPY, is bearish. IB by rejection is bearish as well. That's based on how it's formed, what the first hour did and how it's formed. Let's see if QQQ is similar. Ooh, what's Algo's early access? I don't even know what this is. There's always another trade, right? Patience, patience, patience. So, like, I mean, just think about this from just a basic standpoint here. You especially if you trade directionally, you want to. I mean, you can scalp whatever it is inside, but I mean, this is a 15-minute chart here. You had one candle that did this right here, and look where you're at. You're right in the middle, right smack in the middle of this. I mean, you see this opening range. I mean, I just don't think you want to get involved in the middle of a box because this thing could go here and reject. It could reject here and go hold here. Like, it's a tough thing to be in. Yeah, I have nothing to really go off of here other than Patience, 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 patience. What is overnight oats? Oh, it's like a protein thing? I may have to check that out. Look at this. Hell DMAs. Boom. This looks nice for a push. China's President Xi. Leaders of China and Vietnam should exchange visits frequently like relatives. China's market is always open to Vietnam. Interesting. I don't know. I feel like we're a news headline away from a move out of this box. And who knows which direction that's going to be. China and Vietnam sign MOUs, including on AI and agricultural trade. Yeah, I can't take a trade here, guys. I just there's no way that I could get suckered into a trade here in the middle of this range. Even if it rugs 200 points, rips 150, whatever, I cannot take a trade in this area. I did take a look at the gap fill stats, and they are not good. If anything, I would look for the like previous day's high to get touched if you're looking for downside. Gonna reject the short zone and break the structure? What are we doing here? Yes, looking a little bit stronger. QQQ is right at the spot that I have this spot marked for some reason on my other chart. I don't know, chat. What are we doing here? Nothing. Still sitting in the middle of this range. Weeble's rejecting finally, but who knows when a game like this. These IPOs have been going absolutely insane lately. I literally can't do anything right here. Bullish price action, a back test maybe. You get along? ES looks like it wants to go hit that 5,500, wick these highs, but it did fill this little fair value gap here. My risk reward, so it's got to be based off of. I mean, a piece of it is based off of yes, like the amount of points, like risk versus reward. Like, I mean, that's the basis of what risk reward stands for, right? But for me, it's also very situational. So, like, anytime you make a big move, my risk reward for a trade goes down. So like this big this big move, like right here, trying to short again, like here on this back test, for example, like right here. So when you move down, if you bounce to here, you try to short this back test, like it's because you're just like overextended. You're gonna have, shorts taking profit. You're gonna have bulls maybe taking their shot at the longs. And then right here, like if you're wanting to reshort, the problem is now structure wise, you don't have lower highs anymore. You have a higher high here. So you have this high, lower high, and then now you have higher than that. And you have this right here. So this entire time you had this low, this low, this low, this low. These lows are getting higher as prices move. Like so structure wise, to me, risk reward on a short's not good unless this breaks somehow. Plus, I mean, what are we shorting off of here? That's why I have trouble, like, and it's very situational. So like knowing what we've done and knowing the structure, I think definitely helps. You have to break the structure before I really want to get short. Also helps you take a big win to slow down. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What are we doing? All right, Alpha. Appreciate you stopping by the stream this morning. been a little bit of a slower stream. We had obviously the big hit there at the Open, but now it's a little bit slower stream here now. It's all about what works for you, my man. Sometimes bigger. Obviously, some people like to scalp. Some people like to really directionally. I like to try to get the direction going in the right direction. What is going on with that music? Hold on. Oh, let's get that fixed. Goodness gracious, that was loud in my ear. I don't know what that was. Um, so what I'm so what I'm saying there is people trade differently, right? I try to get the direction right, and if it takes me 2 or 3 shots to get my trade, the trade I get right, I'm looking for to be bigger than the 2 or 3 I get stopped out of, right? That's kind of my general strategy, and I do use a lot of data. I do think it's interesting that we have some bearish. Boy, if we get under this candle right here, I almost have to think about shorting. We haven't broke the IB to either side of we or the orb. So we should move out of this area at some point. We'll just have to see what direction. Possibly you get long off of this. Spider kids got it down over here. Win the trade, hibernate. I like that. I even like the term. Especially if you take a short trade because it's like you're a bear, then you hibernate. Actually, I like that a lot, actually. Boy, I really don't mind the shot at the short right here. But NVIDIA looks like a short and a half right now. NVIDIA looks like a short down to here, at least back to previous day's high. I am waiting on Trump to come out. I've got the stream pulled up over here. Any minute now, we should start getting maybe something from Trump. The New York Fed just put out some data. Pick your poison. New York Fed 1 year inflation expectations rise to 3.58 versus 3.13. SPY looks like it could hold right here, but Q's is trying to lead it down. This looks like a short. I didn't take it, guys, but it looks like a short. It really does. ES looks better, but tech, I just QQQ. Maybe you hold on to this bid level here, which is right here, 070 on NQ, or 60.75. Yeah, this 30 minute on NQ looks like a short and a half. Is is he just going after Vietnam right now? Like hey big head, hey friend. Hey, how many people took along right here? How many people got long? They saw this and they were like, oh, higher high. They got long here and just got ran over. Oh, beautiful shorts. Anybody took them? Beautiful, beautiful. OP King, did you get in that? I think we're gonna go take out that lower. I mean, remember what I was saying on the data earlier, bearish and bearish on both of these. We're not looking for like a huge move to the gap fill, just statistically. You're not looking for like this, maybe ultimate target here, but you are looking for this to break. Anybody wants to know what that looks like on Edgeful? So by rejection, here, let me go to this report first. IB, this is first hour. IB high formed first. 65% of the time you break the low instead of the high. So like what that's saying is on that first hour, the high form first, the low form second. That means you have a higher chance of breaking this one down here. You didn't take it though. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't take it either. I mean, here I am saying it looked pretty good for a short, especially on this back test. If you shorted here, this 150 area, I mean that was a 100-point trade. I didn't get my piece of it, but I already got my piece of the pie. But that is the interesting stat there is that also the opening. So the first hour. So you opened here, right? Your first hour ended right here. That means your first hour was red. So what does the first hour being red mean? Opening candle continuation. Red candle. That means you have a red day 76% of the time. Now, obviously, granted, we have a huge gap to go fill. So we got to, the gap fill stats aren't good. So we need to mediate this a little bit. We need to think, okay, between the different reports that I can analyze here, that would be a move in like this, somewhere in here. That would be kind of the happy medium, because closing down here in some cases is a high probability, but in other metrics it's not, because even this gap filling to here is not a high probability. But if we do somehow hit this, I definitely would be taking a long shot back to this area. If you're looking to long again, don't blame you. I mean, I can when I can sit here and make arguments for multiple sides, I don't want to do anything. Uh, Microsoft's looking a little rough here. Still waiting on Trump to come out. He hasn't started just yet. About 10 minutes left on the stream this morning. Today, the action was all at the beginning of the stream, but the education always continues. The psychology, all of that. We never stop on those pieces. Come on, let's I didn't get in on this, but let's get a move going here. Let's get some action. I'm starting to get a little restless. I need this thing to start moving before I talk myself into a bad trade. But yeah, the main thing I'm looking at is we should go take out this low. I haven't even really looked at SPX today. Do I stream every day? Well, that's $1 million question right now. On here on Edgeful, I stream twice a week. Usually Monday and Friday. We'll have to see what happens because Friday the market's closed, so probably just maybe just one stream this week. But I do some other streams around other places. We did like a midweek market update. We got a lot of stuff in the works. But as far as Edgeful goes, right here. What do you say? I'm right here on Edgeful twice a week, 2 hours. Right before market opens, I go live Mondays and Fridays right now, and then working on getting some more live stream stuff going. Like we had just a unplanned random one we popped up last night. Got some other stuff that we're working on. Edgeful's also on Spaces with us every Wednesday morning, so make sure you check that out as well. Sweep the leg, sweep the leg. Pull the keeper. Just take this low out. Boom. Come on, come on. This looks like a big ol' H. Big fat H right here. You do need to trim right here if you are short because you're at pre-market lows. Just heads up. Based on your system. Where's my long level? Down here. Way down here. My long level will have to be either 875 area or 824. That's the only place I'd really want a long. Come on, just break these lows already. On ES, ES, you either trot along this 447. I don't know because this takes a break. Previous day's high, 420. Or it's down here at 382. Or where's this gap? Hold on, where's this gap fill? 5,400 has to be a level. Yeah, 5,400 definitely has to be a level. You get through all this traffic. That's a long way down. I mean, I'm looking at this current setup. I either need this to reclaim higher. If it goes ahead and breaks the low and immediately reclaims, then I can trot along on a reclaim. Otherwise, I need this to like play out much lower before I can even take a shot. So there's going to be a lot of me sitting around, probably doing nothing for the next little bit. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here, guys. Uh, Immediate rejection here would look good. I would rather just continue. Take out this low. Maybe you can short the back test here if it happens. I don't know. I'm at the 2 hours. I'm gonna close up stream here in just a second. I want to see if we can take out this low first. I'm gonna hang out with you guys until that happens. So that's kind of the main data point that played out for me was watching that IB first hour. Oh, made me sit on stream for an extra 30 minutes again. I need to check my calendar. Come on, let's take the lows out. Oh, now what? Nothing. Come on, take the lows. Come on, take. Do that 30-minute on NQ. Sweep the lows. Sweep the lows. Right at that psychological 19K. You are short. Be careful there. Come on, just sweep the lows already. Bukele showing up to the White House late this morning, huh? Come on, break that IB low. Break that IB low. We're boom, there it is. Full target on that. All right, those IB stats I was calling out just played out. Broke the IB low. Boom, there we are. What a morning on the stream, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. I am Dunsky. Dunsky. What a morning. Beautiful. Now let's just see if this takes off. Um, I'm done. But all right, guys, y'all have a great day. Um, all kinds of streams, spaces, everything going on this week. Check it out. Go to edgeful.com, try it out. Give it a month at least if you haven't tried it out. But you see how that data played out. We went over this opening candle, red, 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 red. The other one we looked at was IV by rejection. Also showed the highest probability of breaking the downside, as well as at least one side or the other. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks everyone that tuned in this morning. Hope you had a great morning. Hope you are profitable. Hope you were green. And let's have a great Monday, guys. Let's have the best Monday ever. How about that? Best Monday ever. Let's do it. We'll see what happens. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. Like I said, we've got other streams coming throughout the week. We do have Edgeful, Andre the CEO, coming on Spaces Wednesday morning. We have live trading every day, all day now over on Spaces. We've got a new channel opened up over there. All kinds of stuff coming. Check it out, guys. We are continuing lower. Beautiful. Remember, you can look for these overnight lows next. This is really what I'm looking for. 870s down here. It's really what I want to happen. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a great day. We'll see you around the way, I guess. Oh, look, balloons. I didn't want to do that. Here, let's end on something cool. There we go. Whatever that is. Shout out Apple for the reactions.